Naira Marley, one of the most popular artists in Nigeria, is now a shadow of himself. His music no longer trends like before, and when he makes a post online, his comment section is filled with comments like this, and this. You might be wondering, what is Naira Marley's offense? What crime did he commit that made 90% of Nigerians to turn on him? Mind you, these were the same people that gave him both fame and attention not quite long ago. Now, to answer these questions, we have to take a look back to the early stages of his career. Naira Marley was at the peak of his career in 2019. He was the hottest artist in Nigeria at that time. Well, scratch that. He was actually the hottest artist in Africa. With a dedicated fan base behind him, Naira Marley ran riots in the music industry. His fan base, who identified themselves as Malians, was more like a cult actually. Every single thing that he did, whether good or bad, they instantly copy and replicate. It got to a point where people started writing articles on how Naira Marley was being a menace and bad influence to the society. They were actually not wrong. Naira Marley basically built his career and brand on negative vibes and bad behavior. Most of his songs basically preach immorality. For instance, his song Am I a Yahoo Boy is all about fraud and internet scamming. Another song of his titled Soapy talks about, what most people do when they are alone and no one is watching. The funny thing here is that most of his controversial songs turn out to become hit records at the end of the day. Despite all the negativity, everything was going well for Naira Marley. But in December of 2019, he made a decision that completely changed everything. He created his own record label which he called Malians Music. But how does owning a record label turn you into public enemy number one? Well, his relationship with one of his signees is what got him into this mess. Naira Marley signed about 4 to 5 artists to his record label. Among those who were signed was Mohbad. Mohbad was just a kid who was making freestyles and posting them on social media. His dream was to one day become a major superstar. He had all the talents in the world, but what he did not have, however, was the funds to promote his songs. So when the opportunity to sign with Naira Marley presented itself, he immediately took it. He actually did achieve his dream of becoming a popular superstar, but sadly, it came with a cost. As I am speaking to you guys now, Mohbad is no more. He tragically died on the 12th of September 2023. Now, ever since Mohbad passed away, Naira Marley has not known peace. And no, I am not saying he is being chased in the midnight or anything like that. Nigerians are basically blaming him for the death of Mohbad. Some even allege that he had something to do with it. Now, I cannot say if Naira Marley is guilty or not guilty. What I can do is to walk you through the timeline of his issues with Mohbad. Just after 2 years of being signed to Naira Marley's record label, Mohbad started calling him out on social media. When I say calling out, I mean Mohbad specifically mentioned Naira Marley's name, stating that if anything should happen to him, Naira Marley be held responsible. Now, when there is a statement like this out there and something bad eventually happens to that person, you automatically become prime suspect number one. So when the tragic incident occurred, a lot of people began pointing fingers at Naira Marley. Because of his constant issues with Naira Marley, Mohbad eventually left Malians Music in 2022. But despite leaving the label, Mohbad was still living in constant fear as he was allegedly being bullied and assaulted by Sam Larry, a known friend and close associate of Naira Marley. To get you to understand how serious the issue was, there was a time when Mohbad actually did try to take his own life.
Me and Mohbad were in an apartment and Mohbad was like, he wants to jump from the upstairs.
The same day that Mohbad died, that was the same day that Naira Marley became a trending topic on social media. People were blaming him for the death of his former signee. And even though he put out a statement denying any involvement, the accusations kept on coming. At the end of the day, the police arrested both Naira Marley and his close friend Sam Larry. When the news about Naira Marley's arrest broke out, some people actually jubilated online, but their celebration was cut short because after 44 days, Naira Marley and his friend Sam Larry were both released. The police might have let Naira Marley off the hook so easily, but Nigerians are not willing to do that anytime soon. They began cancelling him, ignoring anything that has to do with him or his music. Ironically, the same people that made Naira Marley a king have now come together to dethrone him from the throne. And from what we have seen, they actually did succeed in achieving their aim and objective. Naira Marley is no longer the hottest artist in Nigeria. The hype surrounding his career magically disappeared overnight. Unlike before when his songs instantly go #1 on the chart, his songs are now being heavily slept on. Pulling 1 million views on YouTube now seems like a mountain to climb for Naira Marley. This was somebody who was pulling in 10 to 20 million views on his videos. The whole Mohbad saga has put a permanent stain on Naira Marley. Not only his career, his reputation has also been seriously affected, and it does not look like Nigerians will be willing to forgive nor forget anytime soon. But does Naira Marley deserve this harsh treatment that he is getting from Nigerians? Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed watching this, please subscribe to the channel for more interesting videos like these.